What is the decision to send Bobby down?
Just kind of figuring out, number one, we got to get him right. So I think that's the impetus, and what's the best way to get him right, mentally, emotionally, and mechanically. Budding up to the All-Star break, it made a lot more sense, and you have a path to either continue to go as we have been and hope that it turns, or remove them from the situation, option them, and give them a reset to get out of this hot box of performance. And so we just felt that this was the best thing for Bobby and for us. And, he's a big part of what we're trying to do this year. And so we just felt that's the best thing to do.
What is the plan? Like, is it going to be a short stint? Is it going to go to Arizona or OKC? What's sort of the plan?
So he's going to work with Rob Hill, one of our pitching guys in the minors. So I think that he's going to be there and spend a lot of time with him. There's no one in Arizona right now. And, he's going to spend the All-Star break in Los Angeles, which he had already planned to do. So that doesn't change. And then once we start the second half, he'll break with OKC, and we'll figure out when he lines up to make a start. I don't know that yet.
With this decision, was it something you guys were seeing with his stuff that just wasn't translating to what it was last year? Like, what kind of went into doing something that's not this drastic, but just kind of making sure he goes down there to work on things?
I think it was the stuff, the command, and the consistency of the stuff and the command. Even last night there were some good curveballs in there, but not consistent enough. There was a couple good changeups, but not consistent enough. There were some good fastballs in there, but not consistent enough to put hitters away. And also, just you can see it taking a toll on him. When I take him out of a game, and you can just see the weight that he is and the stress that he's putting on himself. And so I do think that getting him out of this environment is going to be beneficial, and he's going to come back, reset, recharge, and throwing the baseball the way we know he can.
Talking with the pitching guys, do they know what specifically they need to fix in his delivery, or is it a little bit of trying to figure out what's wrong and then go from there?
The latter. Yeah, trying to figure out what's wrong and then go from there.
And he'll go work with Rob.
And he has a good relationship with Rob. And so I think that obviously Rob and Mark are going to work hand in hand with our performance guys as well to kind of tie things in.
What was that conversation like with him?
It's a conversation I didn't expect to have. I think he was certainly taken aback, but understood it, handled it like a professional, and was determined to do whatever he could to get back to help us win up here and to be the pitcher that he knows he's capable and has been before.
You do want him to make a start for OKC before back with you guys.
Absolutely. It's yeah. I don't see if you're going to do something this drastic or whatever, we're not going to. We've got to make sure that we run this play out too, so we don't have to do it again. Yeah.
And how difficult is it to do that with the state of the starting rotation?
Very, extremely. But I think that it just speaks to the importance of Bobby and not trying to just throw him out there because he's a capable arm when we know that he is not performing the way he's capable of. So to sacrifice an arm, a guy who's been here for his best interest, that's what we're doing. And it isn't easy because we need healthy starting pitchers. So, but it just shows, how much we value Bobby. Yeah.
And we've gone through this before, but you're convinced 100% healthy, shoulder not an issue.
I'm convinced. He said it last night. So, if that's great to hear. And so I feel the same way, yes.
Do you expect it might take a few starts at OKC to kind of get?
I don't, you know what, I like I told Bobby last night, is I don't know how long it's going to take. No one does. Don't focus on getting back here, focus on getting right. So we've got these few days before the break. We've got the break to work, which he's going to work, and then he'll go and make some starts there, and we'll see where we're at. So I just don't have the answer.
But what does getting right look like?
Being able to finish off hitters when he gets count leverage, being able to command the baseball, certainly the fastball, and getting his changeup back into be a swing and miss pitch. And so those are kind of things front of mind. But you can tell, I mean, he's laboring to get hitters out, where when he's right, that's just not the case.
Piggybacking off the current state of the starting rotation, obviously Wroblewski's up right now. River Ryan's making another start in AAA today. Is there any possibility we see him, called up after the All-Star break?
There's certainly a possibility. Yeah, okay. Rivers, he's come quick. He's coming quick. He's healthy, and he's pitching well. So we'll see. But Robo, I'm looking forward to seeing him again. Really, really bright young man. Very confident. So I'm looking forward to his next one.
And Wroblewski, we have the Detroit after this series. Is he planning to make a start in Detroit?
Sunday is open. So Sunday is a day that we just don't know yet. So he's here right now, so we'll see.
Okay.
And Ryan would be after the break like that. That's when he would be a possibility, or is Sunday?
That might be a possibility too. So we're going day to day these days. So we'll figure it out. We will have a viable option on Sunday when the time comes, but I just don't know right now.
In the big picture, like talking so much about like how this is all going to look in October, like how easy or difficult is it right now to kind of envision what the rotation might look like, and is that kind of what all this is for, is trying to figure out who are the guys you can trust once you get to that point of the year?
Yeah, and that's another thing I told Bobby is, it's not about ERA, it's not about April, May through July, it's about, the last part of the year and who's throwing the best. And so he's certainly a viable option, but the last thing I'm thinking about is a playoff rotation. We don't even know who Sunday starter is. So we have a lot of good options if they're healthy and pitching well, but right now we're just a long ways from that point.
Dave, where's Walker Buehler? What's kind of he up to?
Yeah, Walker is he's working in Florida, off-site. Communication is consistent with our pitching guys, our performance guys. I know he's throwing bullpens. I don't know if he's throwing sim games. We don't have a time of when he's going to come back and start for us. Our hope is obviously it's going to be after the break, but I just really don't know when that is. I don't.
Is there progress from the reports that you're getting from what he's been doing, or is that something where there's kind of still in the experimental try to figure out what to address type of stage?
I could say there's progress, but I really can't even speak intelligently about what that progress is. I really can't. So my expectation is that there's progress. But again, I don't really know. I can't speak to the delivery or where he's at. I need to give him a call so I can hear it from Walker himself, and I'll do that here in the next couple of days.
With Smith, are you just kind of trying to sprinkle in some more updates for him?
Yeah, he'll catch tomorrow, and then he'll catch Friday. He'll be off on Saturday, and then he'll catch Sunday the day before, just with the day games. And this is a situation where it's unbearably hot. So I think that, Austin's been swinging the bat well. I like him catching Stone too. So yeah.
Is this the place where Buehler is his idea? Was it suggested to him?
It was his idea, and then we're supporting it and working kind of hand in hand.
Do you guys get videos and stuff of his pitching, or how do you evaluate his progress? Just a conversation?
That's a great question. I don't know that answer right now. I'm assuming we have videos, but I haven't seen the video. So I'm going to talk to myself and kind of get some more clarity. But I don't know right now. But that's a great question.
Do you oftenly give that option to the pitcher to do an offside during the season?
Another great question. Not really. But I think that he was very convicted in this situation, and it's when you're here, there's a lot of players that are active, and to kind of put their focus on one player, it's hard to do that. But sometimes when you go off-site, the whole focus can be on you. And so where Walker was at, he just felt that that was really a priority for him. It made sense to the organization. And there's communication going on amongst us, between us. And so our pitching guys feel good about it. It's not really on my radar, clearly, right now. But I think we feel good about the process.
Did he work at this place during his TJ rehab?
No. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.